What's good, y'all? SGG gang, it's your boy Smooth Guy Gang, back with another Detroit Tigers rebuild here on MLB The Show 23. Now we're getting ready to go ahead and set up our first attempt, at least at a postseason run here. As you can see, the playoff bracket, jumping into it. Before we get into things, I do want to let you guys know that as of right now, the poll leading for the MVP team winner at the time of doing this, and we'll announce the official winner in the offseason video. But right now it's Riley Green. I've got a total of 11 votes. He's got 7 of them. Make sure you guys, if you guys want to be involved in that, go to the community tab, go vote on who you guys think the team MVP is based on their stats in the regular season. Akil Badu, Riley Green, Matt Manning, or anybody else, as you can kind of get a final look at their stats here too as well. But I did want to just kind of briefly go ahead and show you guys the little playoff roster before we go ahead and get into this playoff run. Who will be staying up? Spencer Torkelson will actually be staying up. We're actually bringing Drew Jones up as well. And then the bullpen, we actually will be bringing Jackson Jobe up as our long reliever. The other two we had, we're struggling down the stretch. But as far as the rest of the bullpen and starters, pretty much the same exact thing. I honestly thought about if we go into a game 5, will it be Joey Wentz or Jackson Jobe that gets to start? But only time will tell if we even get to that point. Now, before we can get there, though, I did want to show you guys a little bit of a specialty that I did do in the last series that you guys seem to enjoy, and that's some CPU versus CPU gameplay, as in figuring out who our opponent is going to be from Wild Card Weekend. So as you can see that the Guardians ended up winning Game 1. We'll be going to the elimination game on Game 2, as the Guardians are looking to close this out against the Astros. And what we'll be doing is basically like a highlight style. We'll be showing highlights of the game, showing the top plays, runs scored, big outs, and just ultimately just a fun way to figure out, you know, who will be playing in the postseason. So I want to do this more often in situations where there is like elimination games going on and we're finding out the next opponent, or a clutch game that could be deciding a division somewhere else. You know, maybe bring it up more as the series goes along. But let's go ahead and just jump straight into these highlights as Jose Ramirez gets to start out early here with a quick 2-out double down the left field line, beating the shift and trying to get an early rally going for the Guardians. And they'll be going up against Lance McCullers Jr. too as well. So that's who will be on the mound for the Astros, who they're putting their season on the line with. And he gets a clutch strikeout there to go ahead and end the first inning. Nice little run scoring opportunity where they're able to get out of it safe. For the Guardians, they have Tristan McKenzie on the mound, looking to go ahead and win this one for them. And goes ahead and faces off against Cruz. This is a grounder over the short. Good play to throw over, but well late. That's a lot of speed coming from the 5-hitter. Something to look out for and note for. Because you could also say this is a little bit of pre-game scouting to see what these teams' strengths are. And it looks like at least Houston has a little bit of speed to them. You know, a 5-hitter with speed, stealing bases, infield hits, something to definitely be worried about. So now it puts them with an early situation where runners at second base, no outs. Good strikeout there, though, by McKenzie to get Pena to go sit down. But this is still a run-scoring opportunity for Houston. It could be huge. And a nasty called 12-6 there. That was, I don't even know if that grazed the plate, but he will get the call and get 3 straight strikeouts after that leadoff single with a stolen base to go ahead and get out of that first run scoring opportunity for Houston. I'm going to drop things to the bottom of the second here. And it looks like it's Oscar Gonzalez getting this one into the gap, bumping up against the wall. So this will be a leadoff double for them. So kind of a similar situation right after it. Runners at second base. 1 out now after a pop-up came through. This is George Valeria getting a base hit in front of the outfielder. The throw is going to go to the plate. It looks like we might have a play. Nope. Okay, they managed to just go ahead and keep him at third. So runners will be at the corners. 1 out. Marco Luciano pops this one. So we'll go shallow right center field. Is it deep enough to score a run? Yes, it is. Don't really have the best angles here, at least for this this camera angle. Maybe I could go in and change the camera angle or something like that for CPU games, so we can see the plate for stuff like that. But that sac fly will score our very first run of the ball game and give the Guardians a 1-0 lead. But this ball game is far from over. If you've seen any games this season, you know runs can come at a premium at any time, and the Guardians are trying to make a couple more slide through, as that'll be a ground rule or automatic double. Getting over the wall. Second and third now, no outs. Lance McCullers has his work cut out for him here in the 4th inning already. This is a pretty short pop to center field, but it should be enough to at least move the runner home. Throw's going to come in, get cut off, and he does score. So runner doesn't move up to third base, but they do go up 2-0. And it's back to Marco Luciano. Got the first RBI of the game earlier. Grounds this one over and eats up the second baseman and gets into the outfield. Because of that, the runner is going to most likely, at least in my mind, come home. He will. I don't know if that's going to be an error or an RBI single, but it's a 3-0 lead for Cleveland early. And Lance is not looking like he's on top of his game as he gives up yet another base hit into the outfield. This 2-out rally has not been ended yet. And still going to be in the ballgame. Only 3 2/3 innings. He's got 74 pitches deep. Somebody at least has to be up in the bullpen. This will be chopped up off his back. Goes and grabs it. Throws it to first is way late. But now we got to go ahead and check on, make sure he's okay. That was a nice little chopper. 83 miles per hour on the exit velo. That's not going to feel good. Especially, it looks like he's holding the back of his neck. He's saying he's fine, though. He's okay. Manager comes out and checks on him, decides to leave him in the game. I think there you probably pull him, not only for injury concerns, but the fact that we've given him 3 runs. We have the bases loaded, 2 outs, and now a 3-1 count to Jose Ramirez. As his pitch count is getting up near 80, chops on the ground, and just got lucky he chased it. So lucky to get out of that inning alive. And still, Tristan McKenzie's looking great. He's had 104 pitches, though, through 5 innings, so he's got to be getting tired. And when your pitchers get tired, they start giving up hits like these. This is into the gap, bumping up against the wall. Not enough speed, though, to go ahead and get into second bases. You didn't even touch first by the time you bumped into the wall. 3-0 count here to Cruz O'Neal Cruz up next. And he just straight up walks him on 4 pitches. I think you got to call him at that, but they're going to leave him in. And we got to hope that they don't regret that decision. As Jeremy Pena, quick 1-0 count, fouls this down the line. It will be fair. It's going to have plenty of room to get into the corner. 1 run's going to definitely score. It'll be a choice on if they have 2 or not. And they will hold him at third. So just like that, runners at corners are going to now make the move to the bullpen. Maybe 1 batter too late. Could have maybe got out of this inning without scoring any runs. But they trust their starter. He does good, solid work. Tristan McKenzie is somebody we're going to watch out for. He had a very good game going to this one. And we see what the key is going to be for him is getting that pitch count high, so we can start taking advantage of those runs. And who they're bringing is Eniel de los Santos. 61 games this season, 1.8 ERA, so definitely one of the most trusted relievers they have to go ahead and get him out of this sticky situation. As you see, the first thing that he does is actually get an error. I was not ready for that at all. The very first thing he does, he gets to a 1-1 count, tries to get the runner over at first base because he felt like he might steal again. Throws it into the dugout, and the runner will score because of it. And now he's at second base. It is a 2-3 ball game. There's still no outs. You are in the bottom half of the order, though, so still hope as this one will get past the shortstop going into the outfield. Runners will be at the corners here. Throw's going to actually come into the plate, but no movement. We have runs at the corners now. And now the question becomes, do you concede a double play or throw it home to keep the game in your grasp? Chaz McCormick, 1-1. Chopped on the ground a second. What do? They go ahead and concede the run, get the 2 outs. And just like that, it is a tie ball game, ruining the good start by Tristan McKenzie. They bring in Austin Adams after that, as De Los Santos did not exactly do what he was supposed to do. Partially, in fact, due more to the fielding than pitching. I mean, pitching-wise, he got the 2 outs. Fielding-wise, he had an error that ended up scoring 1 run and led to them basically getting a 3rd one. As this one gets chopped up the middle. Nice, easy play over there. Throw over, not in time, as Cruz once again beating out another infield hit. His speed has been showing as a very feared factor here for Houston. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind. If we play Houston, that speed can become a problem. Now we're in the top of the 8th. Runners at first and second after back-to-back singles. 1 out for Chaz McCormick. Pops this one into the outfield. It will be grabbed. He will most likely not move up to third base on this one as that throw is offline. So we still have the time run, or we'll go ahead and run at second base. Cal Riley, runners are going to leave early. Swings through the 4-seamer. Nice pitches there to go ahead and strike that out. The Astros go ahead and go to their bullpen. It's Hector Neris. Pretty good reliever too as well. Not as many games, so maybe like a late season call-up, but has done work with that late season work. And now we'll have to see if he's able to hold this ball game. We're getting closer and closer to maybe approaching extra innings. As it's the bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. This will be a bloop base hit into the outfield by George Valeria, who might be looking to get a 2-out rally started for his team. Remember, if the Cleveland Guardians win this, it's a best-of-3 series in this wild card now. So if they win this game, they move on to the next round as this is going back and will butt up against the wall in the outfield. A nice double to go ahead and get these kicked off here as the runner's going to actually come on around to the plate and he's going to score. RBI double to go ahead and take the lead for Cleveland. And just like that, even despite the pop-out, they will at least go to the top of the 9th. And Houston will be down to their final 3 outs. They're going to go to the bullpen. Emmanuel Class or Clace. I think it's Class. Let me know down below how you pronounce that last name if you are a Cleveland Guardians fan. Also, Cleveland Guardians fans, stand up. You guys got a chance to move on to the ALDS in this series. The one man that had more saves than our closer is going to come in and try to shut the door on this game, and has an immediate full count to Jose Altuve. 3-2. Swings in and misses at the cutter down low. That is one out already. Alex Bregman is up next. 1-2. Swings in and misses at that slider. That's 2 back-to-back strikeouts. And with a 1-1 count as Yordan Alvarez, the last hope of the Houston Astros, is down to his final strike here today. Emmanuel sets himself up, throws it in. It's a four-seamer that gets by him in Cleveland. This is for you. As y'all move on to the ALDS, Houston is eliminated and swept in the wild card round, and we know who our opponent is going to be. It's going to be the team that we just beat in the best of 3 series as well, to go ahead and take the division. The team that finished behind us by only a couple games in the division, the Cleveland Guardians. So what an amazing game, man. What a way to start the postseason. Let me know if you guys enjoyed gameplay like that, and we will definitely bring more of it throughout the series. But here today, now we can go ahead and get started on our postseason journeys. You see the Yankees 1-3 against Toronto. The Padres swept Philly. The Cardinals swept the Giants. So, and they're already started on the NL side. The Padres are 1-0 over the Dodgers. Atlanta's up 1-0 over St. Louis. And it's time for the AL to go and get our series started, as Texas will be taking on New York. And we obviously have Shane Bieber coming out and pitching again on quick notice. And the Cleveland Guardians, as Luis Severino gets ready to make his Tigers postseason debut. Go ahead and hit the video with a like if you are ready to turn up. And let's go ahead and switch on over to postseason baseball, as the American League Division Series will actually be against divisional opponents, looking to see who will go off and play for the AL pennant. We got the flags on the field, the helicopters coming across, and a whole lot of confidence, at least for one of these two teams, as Houston has been, or not Houston, but Cleveland has been good as of recently. This season coming as a shock, though, to Detroit. A very young team, a team that still has a couple of holes, and I've just placed band-aids over those holes. Are we ready to make a run at the postseason? This is what I've been wondering all season. Every time that we would go on these winning streaks, every series we won, every new month when we were in the lead, we had the division lead basically from the start of the season. Never gave it up once. Are we ready to be true contenders, or did we just start out hot and were able to hold on long enough to be great? Remember, we finished out the year, I think it was, I know we finished under 500, but I think it was like 8-18, or 8-17. So we finished out the end of the month very, very poorly. These guys are happy and they're excited, and I'm glad they are. But this is going to be the toughest thing that these boys have been through in a long time. I can't even remember the last time Detroit went to the postseason. But under new management and smooth, we will be doing our best to make things happen. We're going out with our ace. I wish it could be Tree Scuball. Sucks that he is hurt and now for basically the whole year. We also will be missing Riley Green, who will be out for the whole postseason run. We're missing Keith Clemens, who will at least be out for this series, as he was hurt and couldn't make the playoff roster for this time around, but he will be back for the second round if we need him. And the first person we will have to face up against is Andres Gimenez. We literally just finished playing this team, so we're pretty familiar with them and what they can do. And it's going to be all about keeping these bats quiet and being able to make our hits and runs count. These games could be very low scoring, as we got two really good aces on the mound and two offenses that really thrive off of tired pitching and inconsistent pitching, both of which should not be prevalent in this game. So we get a nice ground out to start everything else. Luis, I'm still not sure how to say the last name, but Guillermo strikes out there to go and get out number 2. And then Jose Ramirez 1-1 pops this one out to Matt Verlaine. He will go ahead and settle underneath it. Good, clean 1-2-3 to start the game. And we will be faced off against that man that's already gone 8 innings. Gave up 7 hits, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk for a 1 whip. But gave up only 1 earned run in his game 2 as well. So we'll have our work cut out for us. It'll take a lot of work, but we should be able to go to get this dub. And Matt Verlaine had a pretty quiet year as leadoff hitter this year, but we're looking to him to try to make something happen, and that early strikeout is not going to be good. Akil Baddoo, I'm surprised he honestly isn't leading for team MVP. I'm surprised you guys have gone with Riley Green more. I thought it'd be even closer to those in 2. But he pops out right there. Jonathan Scope up next, 1-1. He takes a 4-seamer that's about chest level. Deep back, going to left field on the warning track at the wall. It's gloved in. Just not enough wind today in Detroit. Comerica able to go ahead and keep that one in the yard, as we are not able to get any runs off production there. But we go back to the pitching to see if we can still hold him down. Luis Severino pitching great so far. Start off the day, 4 up, 4 down. We have Oscar Gonzalez batting 5th, who's had a pretty good postseason up to this point, batting 429. We're going to go ahead and drop that just a little bit lower if you don't mind, though, as Badu comes in and settles underneath. And we're looking pretty good. So far, so good. First postseason action with this team. I'm very impressed. Masataka Yoshida watches that four-seamer, so he's gotten froze. He'll go warm up in the dugout and get nice and warm for CJ Cron up next for us to go ahead and try to get some offense moving. He didn't have the season that I thought he'd have. I thought he'd be close to 30, maybe 40 home runs. Only finished with about 24 of them things. You're not getting anything in that first at-bat swinging through the slider. Eric Haas up next. He had a decent season, about what we've expected him to put up. But he is getting older, so it's time to start looking for new options at that spot. But at least while he's here, he's going to keep crushing that thing deep back in the left field. That thing is gone. Solo home run for Eric Haas, his first of the postseason. Welcome to October. As that ball is gone, a line drive rope straight into the outfield, straight getting over the bullpen, only 399 feet. But it doesn't matter how far, as long as that thing is gone. The next thing we have to do is go up against Javi Baez, though, who draws a clean walk, so maybe showing us some weakness here from Shane Bieber. We need to get the runs on as soon as possible, get the pitch count up, get him tired, get him out of this game early so we can start facing this bullpen and really drive up this score here as Miguel Cabrera into the starting lineup at DH gets a clutch RBI here, or not RBI, but clutch base hit here. As for 2 outs, we still got this thing going. Colton Wong trying to get this back up to the top of the lineup. He'll watch a four-seamer about eye level. The one thing that's hard about having Colton Wong here with everybody else is since he is shorter, that hitbox is also different than a lot of other players. And that's one thing that you have to get adjusted on really quick, is his throw will be not in time. Baez able to slide in just in front of it. That is a very clutch RBI base hit there. And just like that, we're up 2-0. And then Matt Verlin just simply flies this one deep out to right field. But a quick 2-0 lead here for the Detroit Tigers as we are looking to make everything happen as quickly as possible. And now we can really let Luis Severino slow down, calm down, and get into our bullpen that actually has been playing good relatively all season. Oh, I almost called it a great diving play. But CJ Cron gets lucky here in the third inning as that will fall short and start maybe another potential 2-out rally as Eric Haas. Full count, 2 outs. Shane, what do you throw? A four-seamer right down the middle. I would not advise it. 107 on that exit velo. Perfect launch, perfect timing, and it is a perfect 2 at-bat, 2 home run start to the postseason journey as this one goes way back on my Kendrick Lamar as we go to get a second home run of the game, and we are now up 4-0. And just like that, man, we're going to jump forward a little bit as things kind of quieted down for a little bit. Top of the 5th here. Little chopper going over to Baez, who makes the throw. That's on a line to the floor, basically, as that'll be an error charge to him here in the 5th inning. Trying to keep everything nice and calm as we have a 4-run lead, so we can pitch confidently. We can pitch like we're not scared. Only 51 pitches through. He's not tired. 2-2. They're going to say he didn't go around, so it'll be a full count here for Yoshida. And he'll chop this on the ground past first base for a base hit. So quick way to start the inning out. First 2 guys reach. No outs still, but always a chance for a double play, especially here near the bottom of the order. Marco Luciano, 0 for 1 of the day already. 0-2. Gets frozen that four-seamer. Go heat up for me real quick with that 96-mile-per-hour heat. Strikeout number 5 in the game is Servino starting to go ahead and maybe calm himself back down after the first 2 hits. 1-2 here. Swings and misses through the circle change. That's good. Back-to-back strikeouts. There you go. That's exactly what you want to see from your ace. You give up 2 hits, but it's not over. It's not the end of the world. You can go ahead and still end this inning. This will be blooped down. Carpenter's going to come in and misplay the ball. He put his glove up like he was about to get it, but missed it terribly as Verling has to come all the way from center field to come in and throw this in. And the runner's actually going to go past the stop sign and go home, and that'll be an easy tag in. It could have been bad. It could have been 2 outs and a runner at third, but thankfully the inning ends because he got too greedy. And then we follow that up with, they actually call him a strikeout that time. It looked like it hit the ankle on the check swing, but they're going to say he went around. So that's out number 1 to start this inning off. This is exactly what you want to see. 2 back-to-back strikeouts to go in and calm down after giving up 2 earned runs. Honestly, probably shouldn't have even been earned. Those errors did not help at all. But Badu will go out into his right, glove it, and that'll end the 6th inning. So still looking good, though. Still have a 2-run lead. We're still up 4-2 and still have plenty of time in this game. They're going to go to Inye De Los Santos, who we saw earlier in the game actually in this episode, and we saw what he did. I mean, he gave up some hits, gave up some. I guess they weren't his runs to give up technically, but we can still get some hits off of him and still be okay here. So I'm looking forward to hitting off of him. And the four-seamer already starting us out on the ground early with a nice little chopper. Kerry Carpenter up next. 0-1 count for him on the day. He'll chop a circle change on the ground too as well. Timed it up well, just got on top of it. Launch angle is terrible. And then it'll be up to Javi Baez with the 0-2 count. Flies this four-seamer about chest level, but it's going to come in shallow. Not enough room to make a hit happen there, though. He will glove it. And we go top 7. Luis Severino still on the mound. We're still feeling strong about him. He still pitched great. Maybe I probably should have went to the bullpen here, but 83 pitches deep. I'm still feeling good about him here as we go to get a grounder over to Baez. This time, no error. And that'll be a good one out there. Oscar Gonzalez up next. 0 for 2 on the day. He has an 0-2 count. Pops this one. Baez is going to range back, try to make the play. It'll get down in front of him. We do have the bullpen out and working, so we're just monitoring Luis Severino, watching for tiredness, making sure that we're pitching carefully here. This one will get into the dirt. The runner's going to try to move up to second base, and he will get in there in time. And Yoshida has a 1-0 count. Now 1-1 with the runner at second base. Pops this one. This will get in front of Verling. Does he have the arm strength? I'm sure he's going to go to the plate with this one. The throw is going to come in and get cut off by Crone. Not in time at the plate, and it is 3-4 Detroit. And we'll go to one of our more surest long relief / middle relief pitchers in Jordan Hicks. Had basically starting pitching level innings of work with starting pitching level production and about a reliever's amount of games. As that sinker gets Luciano to go to swing and miss. 2 outs now. George is up next. We're looking to just go ahead and end this inning, keep our lead the same, have Jordan Hicks pitch the 8th, Alex Lange pitch the 9th, and get out of here with a hopefully dub. And this one goes over to first base for the out. Step 1 of the plan is done. They bring to their bullpen Trevor Stephan, who's played 1 inning. We did not get to see him work, though, in the last game. But top of the 7th here against Miguel Cabrera, trying to get something started. This will be a pop-up. It looks like third base will come in and take it himself. Good way to start things off. If you are a Cleveland Guardians fan, you're still on the edge of your seats, hoping that y'all can come back. Bottom 7 for Colton Wong. Swings and misses. That will touch the dirt, though, so they'll have to throw down as a formality. But that is an easy strikeout. And then back up to the top of the lineup, Matt Verling, 0 for on the day with 3 at-bats. 2-1 count here. Gets a 3-1 count. Maybe a chance to walk. Put himself on base for Akil Baddoo, and he pops the four-seamer that he probably could have just let go and just let be a strike anyway. That'll be a pop-up. Unfortunately, no more insurance runs, so Jordan Hicks, do your thing, young man. Do your thing. 2-1. Chopped on the ground. Crone's going to grab it and take it himself. Easy play. I just need 2 more outs from you. We can get to the bottom of the top of the 9th and put in Alex Lange. 0-1 here to Jimenez. Pops this one into the gap. It'll get down. Akil Baddoo trying to use that speed to cut it off. He won't be able to. So a slow roller up into the wall. He looks like he's going to round and go to third base. Throw come in from the cutoff, man. Not in time. Great use of your speed and eyes to watch that one. A slow roller that maybe we took a bad angle to. And we Luis up next. He'll pop this one out to Baddoo in outfield. But this will be deep enough to score the run at the very least. Throw coming to the plate and be well up the line. And just like that, it's a tie ball game yet again. If we hold them to a double there, we're possibly still at least looking at a lead. But the strikeout doesn't even matter. It comes one batter too late. And we'll have to go to the bottom of the 8th and try to take this lead back. Luckily, we have 2, 3, and 4 up to do it. And Akil Baddoo 0 for 3. At least who will be my vote for team MVP. Goes in and takes a four-seamer out to deep left field, and that will be gloved in. Nice catch. Jonathan Scope will be up next, though. Still, we got power bats right behind them, and he chops the splitter on the ground. Never been good at hitting those splitters, and this one will end up with the same result. 2 outs here. CJ Cron up next. Can he make something happen for us? First pitch he sees. That is a mistake from Trevor Stephan. Slider, chest level is gone. Solo home run for CJ Cron. His first home run this postseason. Welcome to the play. He said, I can't let Eric Koss have all the fun. I'm supposed to be the power hitter. I'm the number 4. And he shows off that power here today to give us our lead right back 5-4. Get Lange up and ready. And they're going to go ahead and go to their bullpen too here as a formality. Get Nick Sandlin in. He's had a pretty good season throughout the regular season. Probably a late season call up as well. Only 22 games, so not much of a sample size, but did pretty good with his work. ERA, as you say, kind of high for the limited number of innings, but he also could get lower with more innings. So the first person he has to face is Eric Haas, who he gets swinging dizzily at that slider. 2-2 though, 2 outs. Can we get a rally started here? And that's great eyes to watch that one go by. Can we get another home run, please? That would have been a perfect pitch if we waited on it. Saw nothing but sliders there. But now we get to go to our clutch man, Alex Lange. Number 2 in the American League in saves this season behind Glass, who they have on their squad. And we're looking to see if we can go ahead and close this one down in the postseason. As he'll face 4, 5, and 6. Christian Walker, 1-1. Chops the sinker on the ground, so we'll reset. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Can we make him 0 for 4? As this one gets chopped in, it will beat the shift as Wong can't get there. If he's in normal depth, that's an easy ground ball out. But the shift helped him out that time. As Oscar Gonzalez 0-2 now with the runner at first base. Trying to get him to chase that knuckle curve away. It did not work. Go back to it again. And this one, Wong will pick up, stumbling. Throws over to second for 1. Throw back to first base, not in time. The off-balanceness was able to save them that time. And then Yoshida base it up the middle. They'll get runners at first and second now. Still only 1 out, but still a ground ball can end this game. If we're able to get that double play, at least be a runner at first base with 2 outs. But here, this will be a base hit that gets in the outfield. Wong's not going to get there if he's playing normal depth. That's a double play ball. But because he's playing a double play depth, it is an RBI base hit that ties this ball game up. And unless they can score again, we might be seeing extra innings possibly here today. As this one's going to get bunted down. A runner's going to come around and in. Crone flips over, not in time. The Guardians take the lead 6-5. We'll have to go to the bullpen. Yamisi Garcia is in and up. And as you can see, we got him in as quickly as possible. We didn't even want him to warm up. We just need 2 outs. We need a ground ball. We need something. I am heated at this point that Alex Lange decides to be cold in the postseason of all times. He managed to last through the whole regular season, but now the postseason he's got cold, and that'll be a ball that guns into a double, bumps up against the wall. 2 RBI double. Oh, he's going to go to third base for the triple. Throw goes in, not in time. 2 RBI triple. 8-5 ball game now, Cleveland. They have scored 4 runs in this 9th inning. If you're a Guardians fan, you are electric. If you're a Detroit fan, you are heartbroken. As you're just hoping that when this thing gets to the bottom of the 9th, that we can answer back with a 4-run inning of our own. As finally back-to-back strikeouts come, just a couple batters too late. And here comes their closer, showing Alex Lange how it's supposed to be done. As he already has 1 save this postseason, and it was off of 3 strikeouts. So we'll see what he's able to do in this game. As Alec Bohm also will come in and play first base. And Kerry Carpenter is up. We have 6, 7, and 8. Not exactly what you want, especially in our new lineup, because this would normally be Riley Green. But he is hurt, so 0 for 3 on the day. Kerry Carpenter does have some power, though. 79 power, 70 contact. A chance to at least get a double on base, maybe even a home run. There's an 0-2 count to Class. Swings and misses at the slider in the feet. That is 4 batters he's faced this postseason. 4 strikeouts. Can he keep that streak going against Baez? Throwing that cutter way off the plate. Not even close for a decision there. Throws one into the dirt. And a great chance maybe here for a walk. 3-1. Swings at the upstairs cutter. Hitting 100 miles per hour. Huge. As now it's a full count. Baez. We'll watch that cutter in on the kneecaps and walk over to first base, and there he is. Now the time run will be in the hole right now, waiting. But if Miguel Cabrera can get on this game, it'll get a little bit more interesting. As these balls are still going off the plate. That's a 4-seamer that'll go out into the outfield and get down for a base hit. Baez is going to go ahead and round and go to third base for us. And we'll have runners at the corners. Tying run at the plate. Only 1 out, and it's Colton Wong to get us back to the top of the lineup. First pitch he sees. 4-seamer chest high. Early, underneath. Pop out. Exactly what you couldn't have happened, and we're down to our final man. It's Matt Verling, who hasn't had a hit all day, and he takes the first pitch he sees, a slider upstairs, and pops it right to first base as well. Cleveland stand up as you guys go ahead and take game 1 here against Detroit. You sneak back into this one. We were winning for most of the game. We had our 4 runs early. Maybe we got too complacent there in the middle and should have kept trying to pour it on, but they end up walking out of here with an 8-5 victory behind the back of Class, getting what would be say like 48. But his second save of the postseason, showing Alex Lange how you correctly close out a game. Luis Severino, 6 in the third, 8 Ks. Solid game, but Shane Bieber, your team just helped you out more. You played worse. You end up walking out of here with at least with a team victory, not your personal, but a team victory, as Lange is charged with the loss. You can see that hits was not too far off. We just aren't capitalizing with scoring them. We need more hits. We shouldn't have gave up 10 hits in the first place. But that'll be how game 1 falls, man. We in front of our own home crowd with home field advantage. They managed to come in and steal one from us and take that ball game from us. You see Lanes there only was able to get 1 out, 4 hits, giving up 4 earned runs. Eric Costa had a 2 for 4, 2 home run day, 3 RBIs, 2 runs. If we win, he's player of the game for sure. CJ Cron also had a 2 for 4 day with a home run of his own. But other than that, the top 2 guys in our lineup, goose eggs. The whole bottom rotation, goose eggs. Colton Wong had a hit, but other than that, goose eggs all around. And Jordan Hicks, it says blown save, but I do not put that on him. That was a fielding error that I think should have been charged to Kerry Carpenter. He put his glove up like he was going to get it, and then just completely whiffed on it, missed, and did not help the situation at all. But that'll be how game 1 kind of gets down. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Next time out, we will be getting through game 2 and 3 of the series for sure. Hopefully we don't get swept. Otherwise, that would be in the postseason. But my idea is to get 2 and 3 in the next episode, get 4 its own video, 5 its own video, because those could be elimination games depending on who wins these 2. I mean, if we win 2 straight, 4 and 5 would obviously be elimination games. If they win one of them and we win one of them, 4 and 5 would be the elimination game. The only reason that those wouldn't be elimination games is if we get swept. So I hope you guys do enjoy the video, man. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below if you guys did. If you think we can bounce back, let that be known in the comment section. Cheer this team up, root them on as we try to fight off this sweep and this embarrassment. As it looks like the Dodgers are trying to do the same thing, down 2-0 already to the Padres. I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's me, boy SGG, aka GM Smooth, aka the King of Games. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.